New York doctor Mary Yoder has been poisoned to death. Cops suspect the husband until authorities receive an anonymous letter and it's naming names. Actually, 2 letters.
The Onondaga County Medical Examiner's Office calls the Sheriff's Department. They've received an anonymous letter that claims to have information regarding the case. That same day, the Oneida County Sheriff's Office receives an identical copy of that letter claiming the same.
More specifically, the letters claim to know who poisoned Mary Yoder.
They pointed to Mary Louise Yoder's youngest child, Adam Yoder.
That's right, the letters claim that Mary's son Adam killed his mom. And the letters identify the lethal lacing by name, colchicine, the very same toxic substance discovered in Mary's body. Cops immediately shift their focus from Bill Yoder and turn it to his son. Adam is quickly brought in for questioning, and cops grill him about the letter.
Tell him some of the stuff that's in the letter, saying that there's some evidence in Adam's car that we would be interested in.
Evidence?
What is his reaction?
He's kind of shocked when he hears everything, and we tell him what we want to do, look in his vehicle.
Oneida County Sheriff's deputies inspect the car, and just as it was described in the letter, under the passenger seat, they find it.
A bottle of colchicine, a cardboard wrapper, and a receipt detailing the transaction. And that receipt has an email address that's similar to several that Mr. Yoder has.
Cops appear to have their prime suspect in the murder case of Mary Yoder. Now they just need to corroborate their findings and interview potential witnesses. They start with those who know Adam best, like his on-again, off-again girlfriend, Caitlin Conley.
When Mary Yoder died, Katie was identified as a loved one in her obituary.
Caitlin also worked for the Yoders at their chiropractic business.
She works the front desk. She's been working there for 4 years.
Caitlin was very close with Mary and her family and even made this Facebook post the day after Mary passed. In it, she wrote, quote, "If love could have saved you, you would have lived forever," and ends with this thought, "God has gained the best angel. We love you." Detectives figure if anything suspicious was going on between Adam and his mother, Caitlin might know about it.
We were hoping she would provide she was going to be a witness and provide us some information if there was anything that she knew about.
She has information, all right.
She's pointing the finger at Adam.
In this never-before-released police interrogation, Caitlin tells cops that Adam admitted to poisoning his mother.
Adam told you that he did this to his mother?
Right.
And where he put the colchicine?
Right.
And he told you all this. Why would he tell anybody on this what he did?
I don't know.
Why would he confide in anybody? You did something to somebody, way.
Right, and I think it's like a power thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a control thing. It's another thing that keeps me...
So he's going to tell you he did something like this and then control you from saying anything, or what? He's going to use that how against you?
Yeah, like, what can I say?
Between this shocking revelation from Caitlin and the incriminating letters, cops believe they have their man. Case closed? Well, maybe not so fast. While cops bring in Caitlin for another interview, explosive intel comes back from the state police forensic lab. They believe the letters originated from the Yoder's place of business, and they've tested the anonymous letters for DNA.
They said there was female DNA underneath the stamp.
Female DNA. It's an interesting fact that gets cops thinking about the person who could have written these letters. They ask Caitlin for a DNA sample. She readily offers it up. And this theory.
She describes to us what she does at the office as far as she pre-stamps the envelopes.
Caitlin even reportedly brings in envelope samples and letterhead from the office.
She wants to help us find who killed Mary Yoder.
And this same time, detectives take another look at evidence collected from Adam's car. Along with the poison was the receipt and an email address attached to the transaction.
When he's questioned regarding this, Adam says, "It's similar to some that I have, but that's not my account."
But detectives don't just take his word for it.
They had subpoenaed Google to get some more information about that Gmail account.
The results? The email address has only been accessed in 2 places, at Caitlin Conley's home and on her cell phone.
That's when we said, this isn't This can't be Adam. Adam has no control over this phone. Only you do. So we know you went in and you logged into that account. There's no way. There's no other physical way. You had to enter a password. You had to log into it. Okay? Agreed?
I hear you, yeah.
Okay. There's no other way. He can't do that. He's not here. He doesn't have access to your phone.
Right, I don't think so.
No, he can't. We checked. There's no way he can get into your phone if he's not here. He can't dial into it, be anywhere else. He can't get into your phone. Can't do it. So we verified that.
Right.
So we know you're the one that logs into this Gmail account.
At this point, cops believe Caitlin is hiding something. But the 23-year-old woman continues to point the finger at her ex-boyfriend Adam. And to detectives, Caitlin's story sounds oddly familiar, like they've heard it somewhere before or read it.
We had always believed that whoever wrote this letter was responsible for Mary's death.
So detectives ask her flat out if she wrote the anonymous letter.
We needed to know who wrote that letter. So you wrote the letter to the MD's office and to us, correct? You said you typed that up at school?
Yeah.
Okay, and you got the letters, the envelopes from the office?
Yep.
In which time she admitted that she was the author of the letter. She wrote the letter.
Caitlin Conley's no longer a witness.
And from that point on, she was a #1 suspect for us.
Caitlin is arrested and charged with Mary Yoder's murder. But what could her motive possibly be? Why in the world would Caitlin want to do what cops are accusing her of, murdering her boss and framing her one-time boyfriend? In their fourth and final interview with Caitlin, cops press the young woman, searching for a motive.
The only question we have left is why.
My life is over.
Your life's not over, Katie. You're young. Your life is not over. You just need to know why. What drove you to this? What drove you to do this, Katie? Was it Adam?
No, I go to jail. I'll go to jail forever.
No, you will not, Katie. You won't go to jail forever. There's reasons for everything. Why, Katie? Help me understand.
I wouldn't risk my life for this. You don't even know how much. I just want.
I know.
Oh, you don't know. This is my whole life.
I know it is.
Caitlin Conley is charged with second-degree murder and the death of her beloved boss. But cops still don't have a motive. Coming up.
It's kind of like a Rubik's Cube where you twist it one way to look at one thing, it changes.
Caitlin Conley is headed for trial, and she's about to get some very unlikely allies.
We thought she was being framed.
And Caitlin's defense attorney, Christopher Pelley, claims only one person had the motive and means to kill Mary Yoder.
The decedent's husband. It's hard to swallow, but it's there.